The gameplay of the first Mirror's Edge was very appealing in the sense that it gave players this new way of looking at first-person shooters, where you would focus on actually traversing the terrain instead of shooting your way through.
Mirror's Edge Catalyst, it's a game about running, walking, jumping, leaping, rolling and fighting.
The most striking difference between the first game and Mirror's Edge Catalyst is the free roaming.
So we've created a big city, the City of Glass, that the player gets to experience.
You will also have access to a variety of side missions, ranging from delivery missions to saving runners in distress. So you really can decide your own path in Glass.
You will use Faith's momentum to combat your enemies. The different enemy archetypes will require you to use different skills. This new combat system is essentially a lot more personal.
Yeah? What else is new?
If it sounds good, whatever it looks like, it will look better. It will feel better because you get to percussively connect all the dots on the screen in front of you. One of the things that worked really well in the last Mirror's Edge was the soundtrack, the music by Solar Fields. So we've got him back in to do our game, and we've made the music even more responsive to how the player decides to play the game. So when you run, we have more percussion. If you stop still, we'll have pastoral chords. Basically, you control how the music plays by your actions in the game.
We really want the player to instantly be able to feel the flow, like the runner's flow. We don't want to challenge you with doing a move. You should be able to know how to do a move. But the skill comes from where in the environment is the best route to go.
Can't wait for us to release this game and for people to finally get their hands on it.
Take this strong character and this unique gameplay and bring that out as an alternative to all the other games. It's a powerful feeling.
They will see the elegance of the city and they will want to be part of that.
You have 5 seconds to comply.
Immersed in that emotion. That's what I'd like.
One of the most iconic things with Faith's look isn't just her outfit, it's also her determination. She has such an edgy look. Her look is a metaphor for how she cuts through the City of Glass. She doesn't take the path that everyone else does, but she finds her new way.
I once knew a young woman who would defy anyone and anything in order to do what she felt was right. But you're clearly not her. You're broken.
The comic, which precludes the game, leaves Faith in jail. And when we start playing the game, she's just being released from jail and being let back into the city, which she hasn't seen for 2 years.
A very near future city. It's something that we can relate to because there's a lot of both architectural elements but also cultural elements that we can see there.
The City of Glass is a city with a lot of history, and we've tried to build that. For example, we have a downtown section, which is very much like an old school Mirror's Edge with grittiness and like creaky pipes. But then we have these new parts of the city that are brand new, they're super glossy, reflective.
So now we have dynamic time of day, which as an artist I really love, because in the first game it was beautiful, it was gorgeous. It was these white buildings with big colors. But now we've had to tackle how would that look at night.
It's clean. It's got this like industrial elegance to the spaces. Not many games use clean. Everything's always dirty in games.
There's a ruling conglomerate, the authorities, and they are very keen on putting a nice touch on things, like a nice facade.
Don't get lost.
Barely out of prison and already stirring things up? Your parents would be proud.
The main players, the main factions of the City of Glass, the most important one is, of course, the authorities. And opposed to them is a sort of resistance movement called Black November. Then there's the runners, and they are sort of neutral, but due to the events that Faith set in motion, they will be forced to take a stand.
I thought that this would be a...
No, you didn't think, Faith. You never do.
I feel proud, and I'm happy to work on the project. It's beautiful.
it gives you so much more depth to explore, both from the city's perspective and the story.
Social play appeals to both the pro player and the novice. Part of that is the progression that we put through the game from a simple dash to a complex dash. It's the time trials and the sort of variety of difficulty that people can make. And it's the approach we've taken to them.
Using our companion app and website, you can customize your social profile, you can look at the leaderboards for your latest challenges, infinite possibilities of how you want to compete and when you want to compete. And the player can create challenges wherever they want to.
We still have time trials, but instead of actually specifying the checkpoints ourselves, we actually let players do it.
Being a truly skillful player was something we really wanted to tap into, something we wanted to build on. And of course, we've created other challenges and other what we call dashes.
A dash, at its simplest, is a race. Complexity and depth comes from discovering the right route for you, and then mastering that from the beginning to the end. In most of our social content, we have a thing called echoes, which is a sort of echo of a previous experience that someone has had on that race or that time trial that they've gone on. The visualization of it actually relates to the beat. It's a augmented reality piece of a lens that Faith is wearing at that time.
So the beat is the system runners use to communicate in-game. And we've taken that concept and created our companion experience, our app, and our website.
Another social element that we have is the Beat LE, or the Beat Location Emitter. And it's the ability for me as a player to place a geotag, in a sense, in a certain place in the city, and then for you to discover it or find it.
And it's all up to you where you want to create this and how you want it to be played. You can make it easy, or you can make it incredibly difficult if that's what you want.
I can't wait to see what players will do with it.
I'm super proud of the game.
It's not only going to live up to their expectations, but immensely exceeded. It certainly has exceeded mine.